And now, the end is near. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Right, I'm actually crapping myself here, boys, so bear with me. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it gives Wendy and myself great pleasure to welcome you here today to celebrate the marriage of Steffan and Ffion today. It's one of those days that we can't avoid, really. I'd just like to say that Ffion is looking absolutely stunning today. And Steffan is actually looking absolutely stunned. Yes. Mother of the bride, mother of the groom are looking fabulous as well. You can't fault it. I would like to say I'm so proud of the beautiful person and woman that Ffion has become. When Ffion was young, she'd like to wear pretty dresses. And if she had one drop of food or anything on her dresses, Ffion would actually scream the place down until she was actually changed. So, I've lost where I am now. So Ffion would, no, I've lost it. So Ffion, I hope this doesn't take anything away. I know we're a bit late, but she has actually eaten. And as Steffan used to call Ffion small, I remember family trips, like we used to go to Florida and places like this, and we actually went one year with a family, and Ffion was slightly too short to go on the rides. So what we actually did, we packed her shoes and a hat with newspapers, and so she actually got onto the rides, so she could actually enjoy her holidays. You know, as Ffion grew up, she actually enjoyed singing, dancing, and other things, you know, playing the piano. But it's just, Ffion does actually enjoy a karaoke, so we might actually get the DJ after to get us onto a karaoke. She's nearly as good as me. No, there's no Matthew Madge, there's no Matthew Madge. You've lost that crowd, it's mine. Every Sunday, to be fair to Ffion, when the children were younger, Roddy was playing rugby, Ffion used to come and follow us every Sunday. And for about 7-8 years, she'd help to put the flags out. And one of the biggest accolades in Ammanford was actually Ffion got flag putter out of the year, so where she had a big trophy for it. So she was all right. And that was made by Mr. Kevin Jenkins. So, but one Sunday, Ffion had actually had enough. And she said, oh, no more rugby. I can't actually do this again. So, and I think it was actually time for Ffion to retire, give up a rugby career because she couldn't actually cope with it. All through school, Ffion wanted to be a teacher, and she's worked hard at it, and you know, it does show now at the moment where she comes home from work some days, she's still at it at 9 o'clock. And we're actually overwhelmed with the commitment that she does show to a chosen profession. And Steffan, I think Steffan will agree with that. Steffan works hard. Ffion is there like late hours of the night. And it's, she's actually done a master's degree while she's teaching, and she's done a middle management course as well. She also enjoys retail therapy, where she goes shopping with Wendy. You know, unfortunately, I'm involved there as well. We're actually so proud of the caring person that Ffion has become. And, you know, it shows when you look at Ffion and Steffan, the way the two of them look at each other, and, you know, when they're together, it's a joy to watch, really. Right, I'm moving on now. Steffan. It's not a long speech. I just want to get it over with, right? I'm ready to check behind me if I've left anything on the floor. So it's one of those. Right then, Steffan. Well. What can I say? Sorry, I've been told to open my mic up. It's not that I'm counting, but it's actually taken 13 years, 8 months, and 2 weeks to get to this stage. Am I right? But Steffan, Wendy and myself are very, very proud to have you as a future son-in-law. I actually couldn't ask for a better son-in-law. Okay? Hey, he hasn't walked out the door yet, okay? And listen, you get your hand in your pocket and see who around next. So, you know, since Ffion and Steffan have been together, they gelled really well. They do everything together. They cook together. They've actually started going camping together, which makes a good plus, you know. But it's over the next few years, I think time will tell how the both of them go. And it's, I'm getting lost here, boys. Where are we? Yeah. When the day comes, when the day came for Ffion to us for Steffan's hand in my marriage, I actually had my back turned to him. So I nearly said no. and that was, I thought I'd better say yes, because we'd have Ffion stuck in my hands for the rest of my life. I didn't want that.
Thanks, Dad.
But I will say, Steffan, do you remember the night you came back after the night out with the boys?
Oh, no.
And you stayed in our house and you slept in Fion's room. And you actually christened the carpet in the bedroom.
Shame.
So Steffan was sick all over the bedroom floor. And Wendy and myself, there was a knock on the bedroom door. Mom, Fion's been sick. Steffan's been sick all over the bedroom floor. I don't mind you being sick, Steph. You know, I was used to that.
You know what's coming.
Cleaning up after Audrey. But, and this is only between me and you, nobody else. Don't listen. I don't know how you manage the whole mushrooms in it. Okay, and that's a secret between me and you. Okay? And we did know that you would fit in fine. But like I said, we were so used to it with Audrey. You know, you would automatically became part of the family. I know you care and cherish Ffion for the rest of your life. Okay? And it's, you will care for him in future years, I know that. For the both of you, we've seen how much you both got in common, and you care for each other. Over the years, you both enjoy being together while you're cooking, walking, and the new hobby of camping, of course. You must remember that marriage can be like a pack of cards, right? It starts off hearts and diamonds, and it could end up with spades and clubs. Okay? Please don't take as long to start a family as you did to get married. Okay? Because I think the four of us, Richard and myself and Wendy, would like to enjoy a bit of time with the grandchildren. I would actually like to meet them before Project Griffiths get my business, okay? And I'm hopefully that's in the next 30 years.
No publicity's bad.
Okay. So, you know, I'm not going to keep you long. I'm not much of a speech maker, and as you've seen. So, but I just like to wish Ffion and Steffan all the best for the future. And, you know, I've gained a good son-in-law. I haven't lost a daughter. I've still got her. So, everybody, please raise your glasses. Be upstanding and raise your glasses to Ffion and Steffan, please. Ffion and Steffan. Shall I still sing?
No.
Rich?
Well done, Dad.
That's all I can say, Wayne. You must be following his mother.
Well done.
It has been used before today, but thank you, diolch. Diolch am y cyfle I ddweud cwpl eiriau ar yr achlysur arbennig hwn. Thank you for the opportunity to share a few thoughts with you on this special occasion. When did the journey that has brought us here today begin? I think, Wyn, you may know the answer. I'm not quite as precise. Well, thanks to one man present today, the journey almost didn't begin. 35 years ago, Anne and I were being driven to church by none other, Ffion, than Uncle Malcolm. Welcome. Taxman can't get you that long far back. So 35 years ago, dear Malcolm was driving Anne to church. More than once he asked Anne whether she was sure she wanted to go to church. John, I don't know where this was going. Thankfully, she said she did. So the rest is history. And here we are today. So diolch I ti, Malcolm. With The journey began in February 2006 with Steffan and Fion's first date, or whatever going out together was called in 2006. Not courting? No. Oh, not courting.
Linkages.
Right, let's move on. What has happened since then? Indeed, a great deal has happened in the last 13 years and...
8 months, 2 weeks.
Thank you. Steffan and Ffion have prepared for their life together. Maen nhw wedi paratoi yn drylwyr am ei dyfodol, paratoi a chefnogi ei gilydd. From sixth form at Amman Valley School to Swansea University and on to higher degrees, they've supported each other and shared in each other's successes and achievements. Preparation is indeed the key to success, and I think we're all aware of the type of performance you get without proper preparation. As a child, Steffan always liked routine and always liked to ensure that he was prepared for all of life's events. This goes, in part, explains why as a child he didn't like change, especially changing schools or even changing classes. Yes, come in. September is always interesting in our home, getting Steffan ready for his new school class. I was excused this experience, but Anne and my mother had many a challenging morning, literally dragging him to school. And it was dragging him to school. In later years, I often wondered if his earlier aversion to school had somehow influenced his future education. In a complete turnaround, he spent more time at Swansea University than many of the recent vice-chancellors. Once settled and comfortable, though, he's indeed committed to the future. And Ffion, I believe that after 13 years plus of settling down...
Sorry, 8 months, 2 weeks.
Diolch yn fawr. Thank you. He is indeed committed to a wonderful future together. Ar ôl cefnogi ei gilydd drwy'r ysgol a'r brifysgol, symudodd bywyd ymlaen i'w gyrfaoedd a'r cartref cyntaf. Maent wir wedi paratoi sylfaen gadarn am ei dyfodol gyda'i gilydd ac wedi adeiladu'n dda ar y sylfaen gadarn hwnnw. With thanks to TRJ. Ffion has been an integral part of our family life for many years, and I can't really remember when Anne and I first met Ffion. Quite seriously. I don't even think I cleaned the shower before you stayed over. But perhaps I should apologize, but I believe it shows how we're absorbed into our family life from the very beginning. There were the inevitable, indeed unavoidable family holidays, a visit to the Costa del Sol, and the chance to savor that Spanish delicacy, the tuna toasty. This is too long for this evening, but Steffan can explain again on the first holiday that Steffan and Ffion were with us together, how a dodgy toasty from Bill's Bar kept him in bed all week. Then there were the visits to Cornwall to meet the Levertons. During these visits, Ffion must have thought that Steffan had many other female friends. Young Ocean Leverton, a precocious little kid when he was 8 years old, insisted on telling Ffion that Steffan was 6-timing her. 7. Or 7. Sorry, Ffion, 7-timing her. My apologies. This doubt was further fueled by Anne's mother, Nancy, who kept referring to Ffion as Ffonia and Valerie. All true. I assure you, Ffion, you were the only one, and we never did find out who Valerie was. When I prepared well and sat down this morning to put my thoughts to paper, I asked Anne, quite seriously, what her proudest moment was in bringing up Steffan. Expecting her to refer to academic or professional achievements, she surprised me by referring to a chance meeting with a group of teachers whilst on a night out, not long after Steffan had been the school production of Greece. She was asked what her formula was for bringing up children, as whatever she was, compliments to Steffan, she had it. Anne explained there was no magic formula, only observing a lesson her grandmother taught her many, many years ago. She told Anne to always treat and love others as she wanted to be treated and loved herself, and showed her a passage from the Bible, if you'll bear with me. Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful. It is not arrogant or rude. Love does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrong, but rejoices in the right. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. A mae cariad yn dioddef pob dim, yn credu pob dim, yn gobeithio pob dim, yn ymaros a phob dim. Your love will sustain you in your marriage, and that passage can act as your guide should you be blessed with children. But a word of caution, Ffion. Be aware, firstborn Williams boys are not good babies. But believe it or not, I wasn't a good baby. If my mother is to be believed, I cried for 2 years solid and was nursed by anyone and everyone on our street. Ffion, I'm afraid Steffan was exactly the same. As I'm sure that some of Anne's friends in the back there will testify. Steffan would catnap and would start screaming before his eyes would open. Indeed, Aled, you're very lucky to be here today. So with following on Wynne's theme, preparation, paratoi. Today's preparation determines tomorrow's achievements. The tomorrow of 13 years ago has indeed arrived and brought us all together today at this... 13 years. I wish I could get that right. And brought us all together here today at this magnificent venue for this marvellous occasion, the wedding, y briodas. Your preparation for today has, like your preparation for your life together, been careful, precise and meticulous, and will, I am sure, be reflected in your married life together. So take your time, think a lot, think of everything you've got, for you will still be here tomorrow, but your dreams may not. Thank you, team. Is it? Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in toasting the bride and groom. The toast will be Priodas dda i'r ddau ohonoch. So please raise your glasses. Priodas dda i'r ddau ohonoch. Couldn't resist.
Right. Diolch I chi ddau am y geiriau hyfryd na. Obviously, there's a reoccurring theme here. Teulu a ffrindiau, friends and family. Welcome everyone, and thank you very much for being all coming here today and spending this special day with us. Croeso cynnes pawb, a diolch yn fawr chi gyd am fod yma heddi a rannu'n diwrnod arbennig i ni. I arbed siarad drwy'r dydd, rwy ddim yn mynd I siarad o ieithog trwy gydol yr araith yma. Mae pethau pwysig gyda'n gyd neu fel ifed a mwynhau yn lle gwrando I fi. Am y tro cynta, on behalf of my wife and I, on behalf of my wife and I, it means the world to us to have you all here today. Thank you all for making the journey to be here. Some of you have travelled far from places like Australia, America, and even Rosamond. Diolch I chi gyd. I'm especially grateful for you all being here today to celebrate our wedding, as let's be honest, as our relationship has been quite swift. As it's known, a whirlwind romance. We met a few short months ago, knocked it together, and here we are today. But no, in all seriousness, we've been a short 13 and a half years, 8 months, 2 weeks, yes, in getting to this day. Ffion and I first met in school. However, I'm told that we met far earlier than that, with trips to Annual Van as young children with Nan and Maggie. So clearly it was always written in the stars. Our love kindled in a sixth-form party in Betws Rugby Club, where Ffion, with the help of Sam Bradshaw, got me unbelievably drunk. Clearly, this was the best way to my heart. It wasn't the mushroom night, though. No. It wasn't the mushroom night. This was the night we first started, and a few days later, we became boyfriend and girlfriend on the 16th of February 2006. After we both went to university in Swansea, Ffion started a teaching career, while I tried becoming an eternal student, eventually leaving university to join the real world. Ffion and I bought a house together in Dol Dderwen and got settled into working life. I always knew I wanted to marry Ffion, but in fairness, she may have had her doubts, probably due to the amount of time we were together without being asked the question. It became very obvious that Ffion is blessed with an incredible amount of patience, which I'm incredibly grateful for. However, to use a famous phrase, good things come to those who wait. So, by the time the 12-year anniversary was rolling around, I'd heard them all. One of her favourites being, of me and Ffion, has Steph got bad knees? But by this point, I was actually planning on popping a question, only to get upstaged by my younger brother, who beat me to it, asking Claire the question a month before. However, cracking on, it was time for the proposal. I'd planned it all. As you know, I like a plan. It was going to happen at home on our 12-year anniversary. It's been the day we first got together. Being quite traditional, I was going to call by and see Wyn in the afternoon to borrow a cake tin and ask for his approval. So not made up, this is true. It's no joke, this is real life.
It is true.
I made a peanut butter cheesecake, it was quite nice. On asking Ffion to marry me, her response was, "Are you serious?" But she actually really did go, "Are you serious?" Eventually, well, to be honest, actually, she may have really actually given all hope, and it was just... Anyway, after some hysterical tears, Ffion eventually said yes, and the wheels were set in motion leading to this day. What you have noticed is that the 16th of February has always been a special date for us. First date, getting engaged, and we usually thought about getting married on this day. However, our led... So actually what it turns out is, teachers. Is that the issue here? Anyway, however, Aled and his now lovely wife Claire once again beat us to it, getting married on the 16th of February this year. At least we're not going to forget their anniversary. In all seriousness, Ffion, You look incredible today. You really are beautiful, today and always. I'm extremely lucky to be able to call you my wife. You are funny, loving, caring, kind, hardworking and patient. You're always willing to listen when I'm inventing my mind, and you even put up with my annoying habits, which I can assure everyone are very few in number. Ffion, I've said it for years and will continue to say it. You really are my best friend. Ffion, rwy'n dy garu di a rwy'n edrych ymlaen yn fawr iawn i'n dyfodol gyda'n gilydd. Teulu a ffrindiau. Teulu a ffrindiau, newch chi ymuno dy fi a codi gwydr i Ffion. I Ffion.
Da iawn.
Hang on, not finished yet. Calm down now. On behalf of us both, I'd like to thank everyone who's helped us to get to this point and make the day so special. It does really go fast now. I'm not a soft speech now, but it's an incredibly fast day. But I'm so glad that you're all here with us. A big thank you to the excellent team at Ferry Hill. The service and support you have provided throughout the planning of our wedding has been second to none. A special mention must be given to Greg and Molly for helping us dot the I's and cross the T's and making today so special. As we expected, everything about today has been outstanding, so thank you all very much. A big thank you to our lovely bridesmaids. I think we're all in agreement that they all look really beautiful today. You've done a fantastic job from day one, helping Ffion along the way. A genuine, heartfelt thank you for the big part you've all played in the making of this dream day. A special thank you as well to our wonderful flower girl Betsy, who clearly seemed to be set on upstaging us all. A special thank you to Claire and Caitlin for the readings. Doing a reading in a room full of people on an occasion like this is not an easy thing to do, but you both did an excellent job. And I've just realised I'm standing in a room full of people on an occasion like this. So it turns out it's not an easy thing to do. Anyway, thank you to the ushers for all your help and support, and Craig for not giving me the high five. They've all been great friends for many years, and whilst we do not spend as much time together as we used to, you do really mean a lot to me and Ffion, most of the time. For example, not when I'm given a customised all black jersey. Robert James will explain what this jersey had on the back. Thank you all for coming to stag parties in Bristol and Cologne. It turns out electric scooters are not suitable for two people, especially with fast food on the back. And I make quite a fetching German woman. Special mention to page boy Joseph, showing us all how cool he is, rocking his suit. So diolch Joseph. Is he? Wendy and Wyn, thank you very much for welcoming me so openly into your family over the last 13 years. 8 months, 2 and allowing me to become part of the furniture. Thank you for raising such a kind, caring, beautiful, hardworking and funny daughter, and thank you for all that you do for us. Thank you for the love and support you've given us and continue to give us both. I just want you to know that my main ambition is to make Ffion happy and to give her the best life I can. Without the help of both sets of parents, I don't think we would be here today, which brings me on to Anne and Richard, Mami a Daddy. Diolch yn fawr am popeth. Mae'n galed roi mewn i eiriau faint i chi yn meddwl I fi a Ffion. The love and support you've given me throughout my life is truly appreciated, and I'm very proud to call you both my parents. Thank you for welcoming Ffion so openly into our family, and thank you for the support and love you continue to provide us both on our journey together. So diolch yn fawr I chi ddau. As a token of our appreciation for all that you do, we have a gift for you which we will present tomorrow. Because it's round the back.
More presses.
Anyway, let's raise a glass to our wonderful parents. So the toast is going to be two parents I rieni. Two parents I rieni. I did say I'd keep this short. It's not going very well, is it? As with days like this, when you're surrounded by the people you love and care about, your mind does wander to those who are sadly no longer with us. Despite not being here with us, they are forever in our hearts and are truly missed. So please join me one more time to raise a glass to absent friends and family. Absent friends and family. big thank you to Ffion for her hard work and energy in making sure every aspect of this day has been perfect. Whenever I spoke about organising things for the wedding, what I really meant was that Ffion had been busy planning, thinking, organising, while I sat on the sofa thinking I was helping. Diolch Ffion am y holl gwaith caled. Lastly, to my best man, my younger brother Aled. Thank you for not only being my brother, but also a great friend. Thank you for organising 2 great stag trips and for all your help today and over the past few months. And of course, writing your best man speech on the kitchen table with Matthew at 2 o'clock this morning. I'm sure it's going to be a masterpiece. After about 15 cans of... Anyway. I will hand over to Aled now for his take on why I am the best brother in the world. And hopefully the years of me toughening him up as a kid won't have any influence on what he says. To finish, on behalf of my wife and I, thank you all very much for being here today and making this day so special. Unwaith eto, ar ran o fy nraig a finnau, diolch yn fawr I chi gyd am fod yma heddi a rannu yn diwrnod arbennig efo ni. Diolch yn fawr.
So, thank you, Steffan, for painting me in such a good light. I guess also thank you to Matthew for helping me write it. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you're all aware, today is a very important day. In less than 24 hours from now, Wales will have secured their place in the World Cup semi-final, and undoubtedly a victory over England. There's also the matter of Steffan and Ffonia's wedding. I'd like to firstly start by congratulating the new Mr. and Mrs. Williams on their marriage. Ffion, you look absolutely stunning. Although you've been part of the family for years, I'd like to officially welcome you to the family. You certainly look better than Steph did in a dress whilst we were in Cologne. Now on to the bridesmaids. I'm sure you'll all agree that the bridesmaids look beautiful today and have done a fantastic job. So will you all please join me in raising your glasses to the bridesmaids. To the bridesmaids. Now on to the part you've all been waiting for. Steffan. I'm sure all of you here today would agree that Steffan and Ffion's relationship has been quite the whirlwind romance. Being a Gemini, see, it wasn't coordinated, honest. Being a Gemini...
Yes, it was.
Thank you, Matthew. Ruined that one. Being a Gemini, Steffan is true to form when it comes to making decisions and has a split personality. He is a man of extremes. In some regards, he is spontaneous and not forward-thinking. Yet, at times, he is measured, calculated, and has a long-term game plan. Spontaneous Steffan has appeared many times over the years. In his 20s, spontaneous Steffan decided to buy an electric guitar, which he must have played a combined total of twice, giving up after not being able to master Wonderwall in the first attempt. You would have thought he learnt his lesson the first time round, having failed his grade 1 guitar at the age of 7. Then there was his surfing phase, which, to be fair, lasted a little longer. There was the surfboard, wetsuit, hat, gloves, bag, and roof rack. It all ended up in the attic. Another occasion he got ahead of himself is when we signed up to the Tesco 10k run in Margam Park. Deciding he could run a 10k in 30 minutes, having not trained, we lined up at the very front of the pack on the start line with the professionals. Steffan, to be fair, was leading the race for a while. His pace for the first 500 metres can only be related to that of an Eliud Kipchoge pacer. If I recall correctly, by 3 kilometres his race was run, with him crashing into Ffion's open arms. To be honest, I was going to stop at 3 examples of how spontaneous Steffan is. But after today, we all saw during his vows, he could not wait to marry Ffion. And I think this just goes to show how excited he is to marry Ffion. Steffan's other personality, measured Steffan, couldn't be more removed from spontaneous Steffan. For all the good things in life, Steffan takes his time. For 9 years, for example, he spent in Swansea University, worked in his favour. Although we were starting to wonder he'd never leave. Undoubtedly, Steffan's best decision has been the one we've all been waiting for. Ffion, you've been there to curb his spontaneity and hurry him up when he's taking too long. It just shows the best things are worth waiting for. Standing here today, I'm honoured to be your best man. Growing up, Steffan liked to wind me up. Be this sticking pegs on my ears as a baby or ducking me underwater while swimming. To this day, I'm still traumatised. In return, I did once give him a black eye. This was on one Saturday afternoon before we were both starting work in Tesco. Steffan starting at 5 p.m. and myself at 6. Needless to say, by the time I got to work, everybody knew what I'd done, and I'd been well and truly thrown under the bus. As we grew older, we realised it was better to work together. I'm sure you'd agree, our Pantoffan and rugby days were proof of this. That's all I'm going to say. Let's just hope the lads from Falls Bay have a game this afternoon and don't realise we're nearby. Although, I'm sure Richard will be keen to get involved from the sidelines again. So, to pass on some advice. Marriage is like a recipe. Just think of it like a cake. 3 parts coarse aggregate, 2 parts fine aggregate, 1 part cement, and if you're feeling adventurous, some plasticizer. You won't find yourself a better foundation. And to summarise Richard's words, proper preparation prevents piss poor performance. Gai fy muno, priodas fa a hapus i'r foi ohonoch, a phob dyfyniad dam of dyfodol. To finish, ladies and gentlemen, could you please be upstanding to toast the bride and groom? To the bride and groom.
Bride and groom.
Yes, well done.